we are in now part 7 video. In part 7 video, we are going to see in 4th chapter geometry, we are going to see third theorem. The name of the third theorem is angle bisector theorem. Okay, otherwise we can say it as ABT. ABT means A means angle, B means bisector, T means theorem. ABT theorem sometimes we can say. Okay, whenever in your exam, in question paper, if they are giving state and prove ABT theorem, or they will give you sometimes statement, even though if they give the statement, you have to write one more time. Statement also you have mark. Clear? Now I am going to read the statement. The internal bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the opposite sides internally in the ratio of the corresponding sides containing the angle. What it is saying in this statement is, so you take in a triangle ABC. See, I have drawn here A, B, C here. Okay. Now, the internal bisector of an angle of a triangle. So, in a triangle, we are drawing the internal bisector. Internal bisector means inside the triangle, we are drawing the internal bisector. Okay. Internal bisector means what is? Suppose if the full length is, if you before drawing this, we are having the full length is 60 degree. Okay, now I have drawn up. We are having the in triangle, we are having the angle A as now 60 degree. When you are drawing internal bisector, by the time this angle 60 degree, how it will divide is this side 30 degree exactly and this side 30 degree exactly, it will divide. So, internal bisector means it makes the angle into 2 off. It makes the A angle into what? 2 off. Clear? 2 equal off it will make. Internal bisector means. Okay. What is saying the question now? The internal bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the opposite side. So, this is the opposite side, isn't it? Internally in the ratio of the corresponding sides containing the angle. They are saying. Okay. So, they are in the question we are given this side we are taking A, this side we are taking B and this is C. Okay. And this point. Okay. In this point we are taking D. So, now in triangle ABC, AD is the internal bisector because it dividing this A angle into 2 equal of. Internal bisector means what? It makes the angle into 2 equal of. Okay. So, we are drawn internal bisector and by that time what we have to prove is this side. The corresponding sides containing the angle, the ratio internally opposite sides in the ratio of the corresponding sides containing the angle means, now what is the side of this AB? Now, this full length is what? Divided by AC is equal to, first this opposite side, how it is divided, divides they have given now. So, this full C to B, how it has divided now? It has divided into what? CD one off, then another off is what? BD. So, the corresponding sides means AB divided by AC equal to, for AB, for this AB side, this one is the corresponding side, BD. So, you have to write in AB, there you have to write BD divided by. Similarly, for this AC, the corresponding side is CD. Clear? So, the corresponding side is CD. We want to prove this. Clear all of you? So, how we are going to see is AB divided by AC is equal to BD divided by CD. We want to prove. Clear students all of you? Okay. Next we are going to see about the construction. In construction what we have written, draw a line through C. Okay. We want to draw a line through C. I have drawn parallel to AB. So, when you are drawing this line should be parallel to this AB. Extend AD to meet line through C at E. We have to extend. Okay. Now, we have to extend. we are extending the AD line. Okay, here we have drawn internal bisector, isn't it? From here to here we have drawn internal bisector D. So now in construction we are extending this AD line, this line. Okay, this AD line here only we are having. Now we are extending to meet line through C at E. We are extending through, here it is meeting at E, and this point is what? Now D. Clear what we are drawing? Clear students how we have drawn this fair diagram? All of you are clear now? In a triangle ABC. Okay, one more time I will draw and show you now. What is the construction work we are doing here? So in a triangle ABC. First, in given what we have given, AD is the internal bisector, isn't it? So I have drawn here D. Okay. Now in construction, what we are doing? This is A and this is B and this is C. We are drawing a line through C. Okay. It should be, when you are drawing the line, that line should be parallel to this AB. And we are extending this AD line to C meet at E. Okay, it is meeting at one point E. Clear all of you what we have done in construction? Okay. Now next we are writing, we are going for the proof. Clear students? Next we are going for the proof. Next in proof, first line we have written angle. Like this, like this, angle represent means you all know it is angle. Angle BAE is equal to CEA. How we are writing this? See students, all of you. Here angle BAE. I am saying this angle, middle angle only, it is equal. Now I am saying angle A is equal to angle E. Isn't it? How means? See, BAE is equal to, I am saying CEA. Okay, that in that fair diagram, that part alone I have drawn here separately. We all know what in construction, how we have constructed the CE is parallel to AB, isn't it? In 8th standard, in parallel lines, if one line, if intersect means what line? What is this line called? This line is what now? This line is transversal line, isn't it? This line is transversal line. So in that what? Here one angle. Here one angle means what is that angle represent? Alternative interior angles. Alternative means what? Here this side angle we are having and this side we are having. For this alternative is this. So interior angle. Both are interior. Isn't it? So this kind of angle is what? Alternative interior angle. Here in parallel lines, one transversal line comes, then both the angle is what? Alternative interior angle. According to alternative interior angle, we are saying that angle BAE is equal to this angle. A angle is equal to CEA. Angle A is equal to angle E. We are saying. Clear students? There if you see in the diagram, I have written here 1. Similarly, for E also we have written angle 1. Clear all of you how I am writing this? First line, angle BAE is equal to CEA. How I am writing? Because of alternative interior angle. In bracket we can write in first line alternative angles are equal. The next we are taking angle BAE is equal to CAE. In bracket we have written given. How? Next we are writing here BAE. Okay, from this fair diagram only all these small diagram I am drawing. Okay, don't think that this diagram and this diagram are separate. Both are same only. What are the parts? What are the parts I need? That part alone I have drawn separately here. Clear? Now, but BAE is equal to CAE given. So, what they are saying in that? Internal bisector of an angle of a triangle raising. Internal bisector means what? This, suppose we are drawing internal bisector for this A means what? This, suppose I have told you before itself, this full length A full length is 68, full degree is 60 degree. Suppose if you are drawing this internal bisector means, then obviously this length will be what? This off will be what? 30 degree and this off will be what? 30 degree. Isn't it? So which means what? Angle, this What? How can we say now? CAE is what? 30 degree. Again we can say BAE is what? 30 degree. So we can write this angle, this angle, whole angle, how it has divided into two parts. First part is what? CAE. Then another part is what? BAE. That only we are saying here. Here also 30 degree, here also 30 degree, isn't it? So we can write now in part BAE, which means what? BAE. Clear? Is equal to. Next we are writing CAE. Clear? CAE. Okay, this A is divided into two parts. The first part is what? BAE, one part. Another part is what? This part. Forgot about this. BAE. Another part is what? CAE. Now forgot about this. CAE. Clear all of you now? That is given. Now students, if you notice 1 and 2, what we are able to see now? Students, now if you are seeing here also the left hand side BAE, here also the left hand side is what? BAE. I have told you before itself, isn't it? If both the left hand sides are equal, leave that part, then write the remaining both the right hand side. I have told you and we have done with that more problem, isn't it? Now the same type only. So since both the left hand sides are equal, leave that. Take this both the right hand side alone. What is the first right hand side? CEA. So I have written here CEA is equal to, what is the right hand side? CAE. So now which means what? The middle angle is what here? Angle E is equal to angle A. Okay. So now what we are saying now? Angle E is equal to angle A. Look at this part diagram. We are saying that the middle angle only you have to see. Angle E is equal to angle A. CAE. Take that portion alone. I have drawn separately there. You look at here. C here is there. So I have drawn here. A below we are having. I have drawn here. E here I have drawn. Now what we have proved? Angle E is equal to angle A. So I have marked angle E is equal to angle A. So here also angle 1. Here also angle 1. If you notice here also angle 1. So if this is full angle is what? 1. So now we all know from lower class we have learned, if both the angles are equal in a triangle, if any two angles are equal, then obviously what? Any two sides are equal. The two sides are equal, isn't it? So this angle is equal, means so obviously the two sides are what? Equal. Clear? So now, so if the two sides are equal and the another side is different, then what type of triangle is this? If the two sides are equal and one side is different, means what type of triangle is this? This is an isosceles triangle. Clear all of you? This is an isosceles triangle. Clear students? If the two sides are equal and the two angles are equal, we can say it as what? Isosceles triangle. Clear? How we are saying this triangle is isosceles triangle? Because we have proved here and E is equal to A. I have marked. If the two angles are equal, then obviously the two sides are equal. If the two sides are equal in a triangle, then we can say that triangle is what? Isosceles triangle. So isosceles triangle means what? AC is any two sides are equal. So I have written therefore AC, this side AC is equal to CE. Okay, clear? This side AC from here to here is equal to CE, both the side. If here 4 cm means, then this side will be what? 4 cm. Clear? In isosceles triangle, both two sides are equal and one side is different. We have learned in lower class, isn't it? The same only we are using here. Okay, if we are saying the two angles are equal, then obviously what? That the two sides are also equal. So only we are writing therefore AC this side is equal to CE this side. Clear students? So mark that as equation 1. Now all of you are up to this clear? Clear students? Next we are going to see the remaining part. I will write and put here. Next we are going to take two triangles. The first triangle we are going to take is ABD. and next we are taking ECD. Now, what are the two triangles we are taking from the diagram? We are taking the first triangle is ABD. This triangle we are taking. Then ECD. This triangle ECD. Okay, clear all of you? This part triangle and this part triangle we are taking now two triangles. See that I have drawn separately here. Okay, now the baseline here we are having AB, here also AB. In middle I have drawn D, I have drawn D. Then the upper part triangle. So here D is there, here D is there. So top we are having CE. Isn't it? Now first I'm going to say that these two triangles are similar. Okay, if the two triangles are similar, what we have learned, that similar property where we have learned? We have learned in first topic geometry, we have learned about similar triangle. The two triangles are similar, the corresponding sides what? Are proportional, we have learned, isn't it? So, we are going to say now these two triangles are similar. So, now how I am going to prove that this is? Now, first I am taking this BAD is equal to CED. We have proved before now the first, this part, this angle 1, this first one part, this angle 1 is equal to this angle 1. Now we are going to show that this part, remaining part 1, this is equal to this whole length angle 1. For that, what we are doing is, first we are taking the angle BAD is equal to CED equal to angle 1. In bracket what I have written? Alternative angles are equal. Alternative angle means what? I have told you before, this is a parallel line. Here also one parallel line I am having. Okay, this is now, this line is what? This line is what? Transversal line. So, in a parallel line, if the two lines are, if the intersecting line, in the parallel lines, this line is intersecting, no, that line will say it as well. That line is what? Transversal line. So, we are saying then this is what, this angle and this angle is equal. I have told you, isn't it? Alternative interior angles. See, now here what point we are having? We are having B. Here we are having A. In between, in triangle, here we are having D. Okay. Now all of you are able to see here. Clear students? Here D point we are having. Here E point we are having. Next here we are having C point. Clear all of you now? Now how I am going to do this is, see how I am writing this angle E is equal to angle A. How? Angle E and E are what? Interior angles. So, alternative interior angles. So, I am giving for this also angle 1. This also for angle 1. Now, I am writing BAD. Okay, up to this only BAD. Okay, now I am saying now BAD. This angle BAD is equal to, I am saying CED. Clear all of you? This A and E are only no alternative interior angles. So, now I am saying that angle ABD, okay, is equal to CED. So, which means what? Angle A is equal to angle E. So, in this triangle, I am marking this here angle A as 1 and here I am marking angle E as 1. Clear all of you? Next one. Next I am writing angle ABD is equal to ECD is equal to angle 2. Now if you see, I will draw that separately now. Now see here. This is what? These two are what? Parallel line. The two parallel line intersecting line is what? Transversal line. So we all know these two lines are what? Parallel lines. So now I am giving names. So here we are having B. Okay, here we are having A. Here we are having point E and here we are having point C. So in between what point we are having in the diagram? We are having D. Now I am saying here what are the two angles are equal? here angle C, angle 2. This is then is equal to angle 2 because angle B and C are what? Alternative interior angles. Clear all of you? Now I can write BAD. Okay, if I join here, what will I get? I will join in dotted lines. Okay, I am getting one triangle, isn't it? So I can write BAD is equal to ECD. Clear all of you? Okay, so alternative angles are equal. Now what we have proved now? By AA criterion, we have proved that now angle B is equal to angle C, we have proved. So now I am marking here. This is of angle 2 which is equal to angle C. We have proved angle B is equal to angle C. Isn't it? Angle B equal to angle C. So here angle B is 2 means angle C should also be 2. Okay, here we have proved angle A is equal to angle E. Then we have proved angle B is equal to angle C. So we can say by what criterion? In similarity we have seen 3 criterion, isn't it? What are the 3 criterion? AA criterion, or sometimes we can say AAA criterion, or then what? AA criterion. Then what criterion we have seen? Yes sir, SAS criterion. SAS criterion means what? Side angle side criterion we have seen. Then next last one is what? Triple S, side criterion of similarity we have seen. Isn't it? Now by using AA criterion, we are going to say that these 2 triangles are similar. So how can we write now the 2 triangles are similar means? Triangle ABD is similar to triangle ECD. So we can write now triangle ABD is similar to triangle ECD. We can write, isn't it? Now, if the 2 triangles are similar, the corresponding sides are what? Proportional, isn't it? That only we have learnt in the similarity of triangles. Students, by AA criterion, now we are saying this triangle ABD is similar to triangle ECD. Clear all of you? We all know by similarity of triangle, by AA criterion we can say, we have said that this triangle ABD is similar to triangle ECD. If the 2 triangles are similar, the corresponding sides are what? Proportional, isn't it? Now, if you are writing this triangle correctly, you can directly write from this. Now, otherwise how can we write? Here angle 1, 2 is there. So, in angle, see here angle 1, this side angle 1 and 2 we are having. Similarly, in this triangle where you are having 1 and 2 in C side, isn't it? So, for this AB now, the corresponding side is what? CE. So, like that also you can write. Otherwise, if you are writing here itself correctly means we can write directly. So, corresponding side means how we will write usually? We will mark here, isn't it? AB divided by here what? CE. Next EC or CE same only is equal to next is what? BD divided by CD. Clear all of it? Here, therefore corresponding bracket we are writing corresponding sides are same ratio we are writing. Clear students? In the next step we are writing AB as such. Instead of CE, if you see here instead of CE what we have proved here? AC, isn't it? So in the place of CE you write AC is equal to BD divided by CD. Clear? How the same we are writing this BD divided by CD, here also BD divided by CD. In top numerator we are having AB. Only in CE place we have found a value as AC. Isn't it? So write that AB divided by AC. That only we want to prove. Isn't it? We want to prove is what? AB divided by AC equal to BD divided by CD. Hence proved. Clear all of you? I hope you all understand this angle bisector theorem. Angle bisector theorem is fully based on what? Alternative interior angles only. Clear students? This is also very easy theorem. Go through video 1 or 2 times. It will be very easy for you. Clear? Next we will see the converse of angle bisector theorem. We are going to see the converse part. Clear all of you? How will you write this classwork? First, you have to write the theorem number 3, a angle bisector theorem. Then below that you write the statement. Then below the statement, immediately draw the diagram. Then after the diagram, you write given to prove. Below that to prove, you write construction. Then below that you start proof. Proof continuously you have to write. After this line 1, you have to start in triangle ABD and ECD. Clear all of you? After this line, what line you will write? This line and you have to finish it off. Clear students? Continuously are going to write. You no need to draw like this. I have told you many times how you will write the classwork usually. That model you have to write. Clear? Next we will see the converse of angle bisector theorem. Students, now in part 7 video, we are going to see the theorem number 4. Converse of angle bisector theorem. Now we'll see the statement. If a straight line through one vertex of a triangle divides the opposite side internally in the ratio of the other two sides, then the line bisects the angle internally at the vertex. Students, can you able to understand anything from the statement? No. Okay, I'll explain now. If a straight line through one vertex of a triangle, okay, what is saying in a triangle? First we want to draw one triangle. Okay, if a straight line through one vertex of a triangle means what? We will give, this is vertex number A, this is one vertex B, this is vertex 1, another vertex C. So from any vertex we have to draw one line. So I am drawing from here. Okay, I have drawn here and I am writing here D. Clear? One vertex of a triangle divides the opposite side. Divides means from this line is dividing from B to D and D to C, isn't it? The full length BC, how it is divided now? BD, DC. Divides internally in the ratio of the other two sides. Students, what they are saying is, so this side is what length? AB. Divided by this side is what? AC. Now we have drawn one vertex from A, no? So how it has divided? So the corresponding side for AB is BD. Clear? Now the corresponding side for AC is DC. Clear? So this they have given in the question. Clear all of you? This part they have given in the question. What they are saying? If a straight line through one vertex of a triangle. So this is triangle. I am drawing from one vertex one line. Divides the opposite side internally in the ratio of the other two sides. So it is dividing in the other two sides, isn't it? It is dividing how? AB divided by AC is equal to, for AB the corresponding side is BD, for AC the corresponding side is DC. Okay, up to this they have given. Okay, now when it is divide, what they are saying is, then the line bisects the angle internally at the vertex, they were saying, which means we want to prove that when it is dividing, we want to prove that this angle 1 is equal to angle 2. I have told you in angle bisector itself, bisector means what? It divides into equal of, I have told. Since it is angle 1 is equal to angle 2. But anyhow we want to prove this angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Clear students? Bisector means what I have told in angle bisector theorem. Suppose if the angle full angle A is suppose 60 degree means when bisector it's divide, this side will be what? This side will be 30 degree and this side will be 30 degree. So bisector means it divides into equal of, I have told you. Isn't it? So that only we are going to prove. Angle, this side we are taking as angle 1 and this side we are taking as angle 2, and we are going to prove that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Clear? Clear students? First we'll see the given and to prove. I hope you all understood up to the statement. Now we'll go for the given. ABC is a triangle. AD divides BC in the ratio of the side containing the angle A to meet BC at D. Okay, ABC is a triangle. In the divides this AD line, how it divides BC? Okay, AD divides BC in the ratio of the side containing the angle A to meet BC at D. Clear? When it is dividing, what they are saying? So how can we write now? AB divided by AC is equal to BD divided by DC. Okay. Now mark that as equation 1 that they have given in the statement. Now we want to prove that AD is a bisector of A, that is angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Clear all of you? So this side angle 1, this off is angle 1, this off is angle 2. So we want to prove that this angle 1 and angle 2 are what? Same. Clear all of you? To prove that we are constructing some lines. We are drawing EE. Students, now construction we are going. Now what they have given, draw CE is parallel to DA. Okay, DA line we are having here, D to A. Okay, now for this DA line we are parallelly here we are drawing one parallel line. For this line I am drawing one parallel line. Okay, so how that line should be means this BA line, this B to A line extend BA to meet at E, which means what? This line we have to extend to meet at E. Clear all of you? Clear? See the fab diagram now. The same thing only I have drawn here. Draw CE. I have drawn here CE. Isn't it? See this line. This CE is parallel to what? This DA. Isn't it? Here one line. So this DA is parallel to CE. After drawing this line, we want to extend this BA line. This line, BA line we want to extend to meet at E. Clear the construction all of you students? Okay. Next we are going for the main concept proof. What we have written, let angle BAD equal to 1 and DAC equal to 2. We are taking. Okay, which means what? Angle, this angle BAD, this is angle 1. Then DAC, this part, this we are taking as 2. Okay, now we are taking this as angle 1 and this as angle 2 for our assumption. Okay, now next is angle BAD is equal to angle AEC equal to 1 I am writing. How that I am writing now? Students, all of you listen here. Where is BAD line we are having? Here B line is there. Here A line is there. Okay. Here D line is there. Okay. Similarly, AEC we are having, which means students, now see here. I have drawn here. See this line. This AD line is parallel to CE, isn't it? We have proved now. CE is parallel to AD. We have told, isn't it, in construction? And we are extended this BA2 up to E. That only we have done in construction, isn't it? I have told you this too. Now I am coming to here. BAD is equal to AEC equal to angle 1. How I am saying is, see, we all know the CE is parallel to DA. So this in parallel line, one line intersect means that line is what? What that line I have told in angle bisector theorem? It is transversal line. So this line is what? This line is transversal line. So in parallel line, if one line intersect, that line is transversal line. So this angle and this angle are what? Both are in what? Same direction. Here one angle, here also an angle. So that both the angles are equal. We have learned in 8th standard, isn't it? So this both the angles are what? Corresponding angle. Clear all of you? Now how can we write now? BAD. Clear? BAD is equal to next AEC. Clear? How, in what form we are coming? BAD. Okay, this here BAD. Here one angle. Here B we are having. Here A we are having. Here D we are having. Similarly here AEC. Clear? AEC. Clear? This angle, here also angle 1. Clear? I hope you all understanding this. BAD is equal to this angle and this angle are equal. How we are saying these two are equal? Because these two angles are what? Corresponding angle. Clear all of you? In parallel line, one transversal line comes means then in the transversal line, if you are having two angles, means that two angles are what? Corresponding angles. Clear? Okay, in alternative theorem, we have angle bisector theorem, we have learned about the alternative angles, isn't it? In angle bisector theorem, we have seen about the alternative interior angles, isn't it? Alternative interior angles means what? If one angle is, see, suppose this is parallel line. Okay, if suppose one angle is this side and another angle will be that side. So that is alternative angle. But in this same line we are having two angles, means that is what? Corresponding angle. Clear all of you now? So BAD is equal to AEC equal to angle 1. Both are what? We are having angle 1. Now I will explain the same thing in the fat diagram. See now what we are having here. BAD angle 1 I have written, isn't it? The same thing. Now I am saying that AEC. So this angle and this angle 1 I have written. So that only I have written here. Next we are going to say about DAC. This DAC equal to ACE equal to angle 2 we are going to see. See students, DAC. So from this diagram I have drawn here DAC. Okay, is equal to ACE. See, we all know this CE line. The CE line is parallel to what? The CE line is parallel to what? DA. Okay, in this parallel line, we are getting middle line as what? Transversal line. So here one angle is coming, here one angle is coming. See here, this is coming this side and this is coming this side. Which means what? This is alternative interior angle. Clear all of you? See, this is alternative angles. One is coming this side and another one is coming this side. In parallel line, one transversal line intersects, then both the angles are alternative, means then the angle is what? Alternative angles. Sometimes you can say is alternative interior angle. Clear all of you? So this angle ADC. Here D we are having, here D we are having AC. So DAC. This angle we have marked as 2. So now saying DAC is equal to, see all of you here, DAC is equal to, from here we are writing AEC. See, one angle is up, another angle is down. So this is what? Alternative angle. Here what? ACE. Clear? Now I am saying these two angles are what? Equal. Clear all of you? I am saying DAC is equal to ACE. How I am saying these two angles are equal? Because of alternative angle. Clear all of you? Next I am taking in a triangle BCE. Next concept I am taking, what is in a triangle BCE. Now see from the main diagram where we are having BCE. B means here down we are having B. Next here we are having C. Here in the top where here we are having C. So we are taking that in triangle BCE we are taking. Now we all know CE. This we in construction what we have written, CE is parallel to DA. So we are having a CE. Then I have to draw that DA line. This middle line. Okay, here A is there. Here I am drawing D. We all know these two lines are what? Parallel. So in a triangle, if the two lines are parallel, then according to what theorem we can write? By Thales theorem we can write, isn't it? We can write by Thales theorem, the corresponding sides what? Divides in the same ratio. So according to Thales theorem, how can we write now? See here, these two lines are parallel. So how can we write now? BA divided by AE is equal to BD divided by DC. We can write, isn't it? Clear all of you? Okay, we have to see in what direction the triangle. In this direction. We are taking B, C, E. This triangle we are taking. So here only we are having parallel. According to the parallel only you have to take the corresponding side. So how can we take now? BD divided by DC is equal. Okay. B first we are taking this side. BA divided by C. BA divided by AE. We are written, isn't it? BA divided by AE is equal to this side corresponding side is what? BD divided by DC. Clear? From 2 we all know DA is parallel to this line is parallel to CE. So only parallel only we can write this. Next we are writing the equation 1. We have already written equation 1, isn't it? Okay, that one more time I am writing here from 1. From 1 means the same thing I am writing here. AB divided by AC equal to BD divided by DC we are having. Now students compare this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. Now compare 1 and 2. What we are getting? Both the right hand sides are equal. If both the right hand sides are equal, what we have to do? We have to omit that, then we have to write the remaining left hand side. Isn't it? That only we are going to do hereafter. Clear students? Up to this all of you are clear. Next we are going to see the remaining part of the theorem. Students, see here, from this is our 1 and this is our 2. From 1 and 2 we are having both the right hand sides are equal. Now we are going to say that both the left hand sides are equal. So from 1 what is our left hand side? AB divided by AC equal to. From 2 what is our left hand side? BA divided by AE. If you see here in the numerator, here also we are having AB, here also we are having AB. BA and AB are same only. Here also we are having AB. Here also we are having AB. So what we are going to do in the next step is we are cancelling. Clear? We are cancelling this AB and AB we are cancelling. Then the remaining part what we are having, denominator AC equal to AE. Clear all of you? AC divided by AE. In the bracket we are writing cancelling AB. Clear all of you? Cancelling AB in the bracket we are writing. Then we are marking that as equation 3. Okay, now what are the two sides we are saying it is equal? See now we are saying in a triangle here E is there, here C is there, here A is there. We are saying this. Now AC side is equal to AE, isn't it? So in fat diagram where we are saying now this part we are saying. Okay, A, C, E. This triangle I have drawn here. In that we have proved now this AC line is equal to AE. Clear all of you? Now, in angle bisector theorem itself I told, in a triangle if the two sides are equal then the triangle is what triangle? Isosceles triangle, isn't it? The two sides are equal then obviously what? The two angles, the corresponding angle sides are also equal. So now in that diagram, in that fat diagram, in AE side we have written here angle 1. Here in this side we have written angle 2. So we can say now if the two sides are equal in a triangle, then obviously the two angles are equal. So in triangle ACE, what isosceles triangle by 3. By 3 means what? AC is equal to AE. Then similarly this side angle, this angle and this angle are equal. Clear? So from angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Clear all of you now? In a triangle, if the two sides are equal, then similarly the two angles are equal. Okay, if the two sides are equal in a triangle, then the triangle is what? Isosceles triangle. Then we are saying the two angles are equal. So now we have proved now angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Clear? Now previously we have proved now. Now what is here angle 1 we are having here students? AEC. This AEC angle is equal to what we have proved before itself, angle BAD. Isn't it? We have proved angle BAD, which means what? This here BAD. Isn't it? So now next is what? This side we are now saying ACE is equal. Isn't it? Similarly AC is equal to what? DAC. So this angle 1 is equal to this angle 1, this angle 2 is equal to this angle 2. Which means what? Now we have proved AD bisects angle A. Isn't it? This angle 1 is equal to angle 2 means suppose if here 30 degree, here also 30 degree. We have proved now AD is a bisect of angle A. Clear all of you? Hence proved we have to write remaining part. Now AD bisects angle A. Okay, that only we want to prove, isn't it? In prove what we have written here, we want to prove AD bisects angle A. That is, we want to prove angle 1 is equal to angle 2. We have showed here angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Now we are saying that AD bisects angle A. Which means what we are saying? Angle 1 is equal to what here? Angle 1 BAD, isn't it? That comma angle 2 is what? DAC. We are saying angle 1 is equal to angle 2 because what? AD bisects angle A means what? It will divide, AD will divide into equal of. The angle A it will divide into what? Equal of. So here if this side is 30 degree, then this side will also be 30 degree. If this side is 40 degree, then this side will also be 40 degree. If this side is 80, then similarly this side will be 80. That only we have proved now. Clear? What we have now saying? Angle 1 is equal to BAD, angle 2 is equal to DAC. We have finally proved AD bisects angle A. So last we have to write hence proved. Clear students, I hope you all understand this converse of angle bisector theorem. Based on the angle bisector theorem and converse part, in exercise 4.2 we will solve from 8th problem onwards. Okay, that 2 problem we will see in the next part 8 video. Go through the 2 theorem number 3 angle bisector theorem and theorem number 4 converse of angle bisector theorem. Students, go through the 2 videos 1 or 2 times so that you will be very clear about this theorem. Thank you students. Next we will see in the next part 8 video.